Hi, this is Trisha from Lemon Paper Lab. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate one of my pattern starter templates. I created these templates to help with the process when designing in Photoshop. This template will be available for download in my Patreon page. I also have this template and more in my Ultimate Pattern Maker Toolkit for Photoshop, which includes all of my Photoshop templates and actions to help improve your workflow when designing in Photoshop. And I will leave a link to my Patreon page and toolkit in the description below. The template we are working with today is the template A for the 1:1 ratio scale. This is designed at 7200 pixels by 7200 pixels, which is great so you can use it for large scale projects as well. When using this template, what you'll notice here is this smart object layer, and then we have a group title template, and if you open it up you'll see various repeats of this object, smart object. And so with this template, just go ahead and double click on the smart object. I'm going to go ahead and hit Command or Control with the minus key to zoom out so I can see my area here. Here in the layers panel we have just our filler layer here, which you can turn off, and then here are two reference layers. We have reference layer that looks like a mermaid scale or scallop design, and then we also have just a basic diamond here. So for this, let's start with this mermaid scale reference layer here. So I'm going to click on this open layer here, and I'm going to use the brush tool. So I'm going to access my brush tool here. And then I'm going to use the symmetry tool for this. So the symmetry tool here, you can see it with this like butterfly icon, and I'm going to go with the vertical symmetry. And then I'm just going to drag this out so it fits the space of my design, and then we'll go ahead and click on the plus icon. And then you can just use this reference layer as a guide if you want space between your repeating areas. And then I'm just going to start at the top here, following the basic shape here, just creating just a rough looking design here. And let's go ahead and create another one, just kind of creating a rough design here. And then starting at the bottom, I'll just bring it up here, create another little space there. So we have this kind of basic design here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off that reference layer, and then I'm going to save this smart object. The keyboard shortcut for that is Command or Control S. And then we'll click back over into our other object here, and we can see that our pattern is repeated according to this pre-made template here. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out, Command or Control with the minus key, and then let's go ahead and turn on our pattern preview mode. To do that, we're going to go to View, Pattern Preview. And here you can see a larger scale of that repeat. You can zoom out more, and you can just kind of see the fun pattern that it makes. If you want to save this pattern, just go ahead and go to Edit, Define Pattern. You can also bring up your Patterns panel and save it from the Patterns panel. So if we go to that, we'll go to Windows, making sure patterns is turned on here. And then here at the bottom, you can hit this plus icon, give your pattern a name, clicking on OK, and then you'll see it show up in your patterns panel here. So let's go ahead and jump back into our object. Let's go ahead and turn off the visibility of this layer here. We'll turn on a new layer, and then let's try our diamond reference layer. For this, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my symmetry. We'll use that brush tool here. With the brush tool, I'm just going to draw some lines here just to create a design. Just continue to draw some lines here. So we have our design here. We can turn off that reference layer. Again, let's save it, Command or Control S. Clicking into our template document here, we can see our repeating pattern. We can zoom in, see how it looks here. And so this is just a fun template to work with. I always found it was hard to stare at a blank screen, and so these templates just can work as a framework to create your designs. If you want to get your hands on this template, be sure to check out my Patreon page where I share all the design files that I use in my tutorials here on YouTube. And you could also find my full collection of Photoshop templates and actions in my Ultimate Pattern Making Toolkit for Photoshop, and I will also leave a link in that description below. So if you like this video, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. This is Trisha from Lemon Paper Lab. See you next time.